General Hospital spoilers for Monday, November 4th, tease that Port Charles is drowning in sorrow as news of Sam's death spreads, leaving a painful void for everyone who loved her. But for Scout and Danny, the overwhelming grief of losing their mother has driven them to the point where they can no longer control their emotions and actions. Scout, with a vacant expression, struggles to grasp the enormity of this loss, displaying signs of frustration, random outbursts, and a tendency to withdraw. Meanwhile, Danny, usually a responsible boy, finds himself succumbing to raw grief, becoming easily triggered and behaving recklessly. Both children are in a state of emotional turmoil, unable to articulate the depth of their loss, leaving those around them feeling helpless in the face of their pain and emotional chaos. Jason and Drew are utterly devastated by Sam's unexpected passing, a loss that has left a deep void in both their lives. Yet, amid their grief, they are confronted with a new responsibility: caring for and protecting Scout, and keeping a close eye on Danny, who is also struggling with the family's trauma. Both children are in emotional disarray, their behavior increasingly erratic, amplifying Jason and Drew's concerns. Scout, yearning for her mother and feeling vulnerable, becomes more stubborn and withdrawn, while Danny, grappling with the fragility of the world around him, feels lost and unsettled without Sam's presence. Alongside caring for the children, Jason and Drew quickly realize that Sam's death holds unusual circumstances that demand closer examination. Early signs hint that others may have had a hand in her fate, prompting them to prioritize an investigation. But as they dig deeper, the ongoing ordeal intensifies, forcing them to balance their grief-stricken family responsibilities with a mounting urgency to uncover the truth about Sam's death. Their initial findings reveal a terrifying possibility: that her passing wasn't a mere accident, but the result of a malicious plot against her. Both men understand that protecting Scout and Danny from further danger requires bringing Sam's killer to justice. Their quest for truth is not only a commitment to the children's safety, but a way to honor Sam's memory, even as they prepare to face formidable enemies and utilize every resource to uncover the true story behind her death. Michael confronts Willow in a fit of rage after learning about her 2 kisses with Drew, a revelation that strikes him like a brutal blow to his faith in her. Betrayal and hurt are etched on Michael's face as he grapples with the idea that his once trusted wife could act this way. Willow's explanations only add to Michael's anger and frustration as the perfect marriage he once believed in begins to shatter before his eyes. The tension between them mounts, pushing their confrontation into an intense, unresolved argument. Willow, meanwhile, feels resentment as she endures Michael's accusations, harboring her own unhealed wounds from Michael's past relationship with Sasha, cracks in their marriage that both had tried to ignore. The accusations and bitterness quickly escalate into an emotional outburst, with both Michael and Willow feeling deeply wounded and betrayed by the person they once loved most. Their conversation devolves into a storm of feelings, blending pain, disappointment, and fury, and pushing their relationship to the brink of collapse. Sasha receives her DNA test results, but as she holds the paper containing life-altering information, she cannot shake the feeling of unease and suspicion. This outcome should bring clarity, but instead, it plunges her into chaos. Robert Scorpio's warnings from someone Sasha has always trusted echo in her mind. Robert had frequently hinted that the WSB might not be entirely trustworthy, and he suspected the results might have been manipulated from within. With his sharp experience and instincts, Robert had already observed irregularities in the WSB's testing procedures. Robert knows the WSB harbors dark powers and hidden schemes, particularly under leadership with questionable histories. His suspicions go beyond just the DNA test's authenticity. He's wary of hidden agendas that could be behind it. Based on Robert's deductions, the DNA results might have been altered to obscure the truth, or worse, serve a deeper plot to control and manipulate Sasha's life. Overwhelmed by conflicting emotions and a sense of betrayal, Sasha cannot ignore the clues Robert presented. She decides to investigate further, seeking out those behind the WSB lab to determine if someone indeed tampered with her test. Under Robert's guidance, she delves into every detail, every hint that might help expose the truth. Robert's patience and caution provide steady support, helping Sasha navigate her suspicions as she confronts the powerful forces at the WSB. As they dig, a disturbing truth starts to emerge. Each step forward brings new obstacles, leading them to realize that this tampered test result isn't a simple error, but part of a calculated conspiracy. Sasha is plunged into a crisis about her identity and drawn into a much larger battle against hidden forces. Robert knows they can only rely on each other, and with unwavering resolve, he and Sasha face down the dangers, determined to protect the truth, even as the path ahead reveals treacherous enemies and hidden betrayals at every turn.